Welcome to City Skylines Dream City. This is the first episode for this build we're gonna do. I called it the Elaris City. I used the map Tranquility Cove here. It's a good map with a lot of flat areas where we can build, and it's basically two separate islands divided by or separated by this kind of a strait. So that's it. Our starting tile is a highway backbone that connects to some zonable 3-lane one-way roads, and we have a beautiful bridge here that connects the North Island to the South Island. And here we have some railroad tracks and what looks like some power plants, some old power plants that are not functioning. And we have some railroad tracks here too. And that's it. I've installed a few mods, or maybe not a few, a lot of mods already. And one of them is the purchase it mod, which allows me to purchase any tile at the beginning. So what I'm gonna do is to purchase this tile and maybe this tile too, not sure. Let me see. Because I want to place the industry here on the left side. Yep, maybe this would do, although it's expensive. Okay, we're gonna build the industry area here. Okay, so yep, starting with some road layout for the residential, which we are later on gonna upgrade to high density later. So here we go. Aha, here's our basic suburban or basic district layout for our first residence, and it's not too big, and some shapes might not make sense at the moment, but this 14 by 15 roadblocks or block is where I'm gonna place a park later on. And then here we're gonna have some path areas here. And then this is our collector road. So what we mean by collector road is if you follow the road hierarchy, this one is gonna be our arterial road. Although there are two, let's just call them arterial road. And there's what we call one-way couplets. And yeah, they come in pairs. So this one is a one-way arterial going to the north, one-way arterial going to the south. Our collector road connects to the arterial roads, and it's the only one connecting to them. And then here we have the local roads. Okay, so the hierarchy is cars will first tread or follow the arterial roads and then go to the collector and then the local. The arterial roads are mostly for connecting to the highway, and then if you follow this road hierarchy, you will avoid having that many traffic problems. But at times, the arterial roads get overwhelmed by the high volume of traffic, so we have still to do some fixes there. And as I've said, I'm gonna place a path here, a footpath, where it'll add additional lighting to the area, some path street lights if you call it that way. And then here I have 4 cells to zone the residential with, and I left a 1 cell gap between the 3-lane one-way road and the zoned areas so that I can place a maybe fence there or a line of trees to provide us buffer between or as separation between the residential and the main highway. Although it's not a highway road, it's a 3-lane one-way road because this is the proper highway. Then here too I provided a 1 cell gap. So that's it. And then let me round these corners so we have a good zoning there. Also, by the way, I've used the gravel road first, just so if I make mistakes, it isn't costly to demolish them. Okay, that's it. Now I'm gonna lay down some roads here at the bottom, which is gonna be our generic industry plus where I will place some utilities. I'm now placing some water pipes, and I've already placed some electricity power lines. Yeah. Inspired by Target on YouTube, I placed the water pipes exactly underneath the roads, so they follow the same pattern. Yeah, I just find it neat, and yeah, I got the idea from Target. Okay, and then we're gonna start zoning our first residential areas. But before that, let's lower the budget for electricity and water, so we don't lose that much money in that zone. Okay, I'm gonna start the simulation, and then let's see how the first residential buildings get built and the first residents move in. So when you start a city, you will see that your weekly income is negative. That's because you have few residents still that pay taxes, and also you don't have commercial buildings that pay taxes and industrial. But later on, we will have some stable income. Let's zone more. Yeah, we have 9 people already, 47 already. And they should arrive in cars from this road. I don't see one yet. Okay, I need to zone some commercial area. Then also, we can start zoning some industrial, but I haven't laid down or built the road layout for that yet, so let's wait for it to have higher demand for industrial. Maybe I'll zone commercial here on the side too, other side of the road. They're still not making money, hoping that we soon do. I'll add residential here. Okay, I'll place some industry buildings here. And I'm gonna speed up the simulation so we see if he succeeded in establishing the Elaris City or not. Or are we gonna go to negative bank balance? I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have a negative bank balance. Yeah, people are coming to the city now. Welcome. Yeah, let's make it historical. I'm not sure if it's the first building, but I'm gonna make it historical. Okay, I've reached the first milestone, which is the little Hamlet. Okay, and then we're starting to earn some weekly income too. And I'd consider that a successful start to our city. Before I end the episode and save the game, I'll increase the taxes. And yep, this is how the first look of the Elaris City is. Or this is how the Elaris City looks like upon establishment. So that's it. I'm gonna see you in the next episode, and yep, thank you.